diplomatic correspondent at the Israeli television channel KAN. Amichai Stein, it seems the most extraordinary team of people to try and put together. Could this coalition, could this proposed coalition ever work or last for very long?
If you're looking on the last 1 or 2 days, it's very, very difficult to see this coalition succeeding to manage for a very long time. Because just in the last 2 days, 3 days, we have so many crises between the two groups. And remember, even if this government is formed, it's going to be a 61 government, only one vote above majority in the Knesset, meaning every MP is going to be a king. And when you've got right and left and center, and everyone wants to still show his voters he didn't forget them, you can imagine how difficult this situation is going to be. And right now, you know, these are, let's say, job issues. Who gets this ministry, or who gets first in the committee that chooses judges? We haven't still reached the events of the ideology, settlements, judicial system, left and right issues, and there is much more. So this shows us, today's events that are not yet solved, how difficult this government is going to be in the ruling, if it will try to rule for 4 years like it should be in a regular mandate.
And yet you'd think the Israeli public must be tired of elections. Would they want their politicians to do a deal, however bizarre, rather than go to the polls for a 5th time?
That's a very good question. You said that the main point, because even this deal, even this 61 government is going to be probably a bizarre deal. It's going to be with rotation, with jobs, and really right and left in the same government. Again, I think the Israeli public is very tired, and there's big fatigue of going to 5th elections. And by the way, a 5th elections doesn't mean it will be over by then. We might be gone to the 6th election and the 7th elections. So I think the Israeli public at this point really wants some kind of a government. Does it want a government that fights every week or fails in the votes when it comes to the Knesset, when you need to show you have a majority? I don't know to tell you, by the way, because at the beginning, you thought this thing could stay a while, for half a year, 1 year, 1.5 years. They said, we are not going to fight on the main issues. We're going to be a favor government. We're not going to talk about the left-right issues. And now what we're seeing already before this government has been sworn in, that the right and left issues are here and they are here to stay. Meaning, I don't know to tell you right now. It's going to be interesting to see the polls, I think, in the next maybe 1 week, to see exactly if this is the government the Israeli public want, or, you know, they say, if this is what you offer us, let's go to a 5th elections.
I suppose we shouldn't rule out Mr. Netanyahu doing a last-minute deal either, but tell me, what's your hunch? There's less than 2 hours to go. Do you think they're going to do a deal?
So you shouldn't do hunches in Israeli politics, but at least, you know, I talked with the sources in the last hour. The feeling is that they will go to the president and say to him until midnight Israel time that they managed to form a government. But everyone needs to understand, when you go to the president and announce that you have succeeded in forming government, it doesn't mean there is a government. You still have about 12 days until this government will be sworn in and there will be a vote of confidence in the Knesset. Meaning Netanyahu has about 1.5 weeks to try and spoil everything. And there is a chance that even when it comes to the voting part in the Knesset, they won't reach the 61 and they need to show a majority. Meaning there's so many things that can happen in the 1.5 weeks, even if they go to the president, and they probably will go to the president and say they succeeded, that can go wrong in the next 1.5 weeks. But I don't want to bet, I don't want you to record it. Still, we have 2 hours, but it seems the sides are ready to go to the president and say they succeeded, but it doesn't mean, I have to clarify, that there will be a government when it comes to the Knesset for the vote of confidence in about a week and a half.
Amichai Stein, thank you very much indeed.